Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have a reading for you guys today. I'm just going to dig into what is the most important for us to know right now. I did a video yesterday and it was all about star seeds and the unwanted child energy and kind of what is our purpose here? Why have we gone through the empathic experience that we have gone through? If you resonate with that, go over and watch that video also. My intention is that this card reading is going to be connected to that, but it just feels like they're guiding me to what is most important to know, and whether it appears to be connected to the energy of that last video that I posted or not, just know that it is. Just know that the healing involved and the awareness that you need to integrate and to understand part of your purpose here is going to be revealed here. So just remember also that this reading is filled with, this space is filled with Reiki energy. I've been sitting here sending it for a little bit, and if you're open to it, just set the intention and open yourself up to receive it, and allow yourself to be filled with the energy of it. I'm listening to the song that's on right now. I've got my Pink Floyd radio is on right now, and right as I was saying that to you, it's Comfortably Numb is on right now, and it was right when he said, "I've become comfortably numb." So the Reiki is going to be really important for some of you to ground yourself, to anchor the light, to anchor the downloads of light that you've received into your physical body, into your system, into your life, into your reality. They're wanting you to really have some patience with yourself and rest. It feels very heavy today. It feels very tired, the energy today. And you have to remember that we have been downloading massive amounts of light in the last couple of weeks. And there are these days where you need to take time to integrate. Things slow down, and the more light that is absorbed, the more light that is downloaded in your system, the more of the sludge and debris and shadow energy that's going to come up for you to clear. And there are some days where that has come up. You're kind of sitting in the energy of lower vibrational things. Just recognize that. Recognize that today I feel a little bit heavier. Today I feel that lower vibrational energy that she was talking about. And know that it is there for you to transmute it. So we can't just ignore it. We can't just, positive our way out of it. We need to see it. We need to look at it and say, okay, I see you there. You're trying to show me something. You're trying to teach me a lesson. You're trying to remind me of something from the past, or some sort of energy that I used to be in order to show me the energy that I am now in. So see that and just separate yourself from it just a little bit. They're telling me that this Reiki energy is going to help you to separate from that, feeling the power of divine energy right now. It's going to help you to separate from that lower vibrational energy and just observe it. Just observe it, and it's going to give you clues about what's next for you, and it's just another piece of the puzzle to release in order to move forward, in order to ascend to the next level. Okay, I just wanted to let you guys know also that I've updated my availability for the next couple of weeks. I am going on vacation the week of August 3rd, so I'm not opening any availability for that. So the number of appointments that I'll have for this month are going to be just a little bit less, but I have that week off leading up to the Lionsgate. I'm going on a beach vacation with my family, and I just have a feeling that there is something massive coming, some sort of massive expansion that's happening, especially that week. So I just am letting you guys know ahead of time that you probably are not going to see me that week, and But just hold me in your thoughts and keep me in the light, and I will do the same for you because it feels really big. This Lionsgate portal feels very, very big. And so, I'm definitely holding you guys all in my thoughts the whole time. Anyway, if you're looking to book a session with me, go over to my website at hawkintuition.com and get your appointment set. Do that before the appointments are all gone for August. I just wanted to remind you guys to also please, please, please like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so that you know right away when I have videos come out. It really does help to spread the word and to get my messages out there and to get the videos to be seen. There's something holding back the ability to be seen. And I know that that's a reflection of something within my own energy and something in the reflection of your energy also. There's a big fear right now about being seen and speaking your truth. It's being cleared. That's what's coming up right now is the basis of that fear. Where does that fear come from though? Talk to it. See that fear, talk to it, and see where it comes from. Why are you afraid of being seen? Why are you afraid of speaking your truth? I'm listening to the song that's on right now too. I got a woman who fought all day. I got a woman, she won't be true. I got a woman, stay drunk all the time. This feels like a message for someone specifically. This is about their mother. This is about their mother, you not being able to speak your truth because your mother was in such dense, very dense trauma energy that anytime you would shine your light, anytime you would be true to yourself, it would trigger her. It would trigger her trauma in having to dim her own light as a child. So for some of you specifically, it is a mother wound that's being healed right now. So what you need to do is to not sit in that energy. Don't be that child. It's your inner child that's speaking to you. Don't be that child. Look at that child. Say, okay, tune into what age that is for you. I'm hearing 11. For some of you, that is your 11-year-old. For some of you, it's your 5-year-old. Look at your 5-year-old as if it is, your child or your neighbor or your niece or nephew or whoever it is. Look at that child and tell them it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It is trauma's fault. It's fear's fault. And we are much stronger than that. I appreciate you so much for enduring what you needed to endure. But now I'm going to hold the space for you to be all that you can be. You want to sing a dance naked in the living room? Go and do it. Here's my living room. Go and do that. And then you do that. Be that expression of freedom for that child. Allow that child or allow yourself to channel the energy of positivity from that child. Let them do whatever they want to do. Instead of telling that child, no, shh, don't say that because people are going to think you're weird. You wouldn't say that to that child because you get it. You resonate with the fact that you feel like an outcast. People sometimes are going to think that you're weird with certain things that you say or talk about or, you read cards, I talk to angels, blah, blah, blah. Let that child say whatever they want to say. And you kind of just channel that and channel that freedom for them. So what you're doing is you're taking that negative emotion that you were feeling, that density, that heaviness, that needing to hide, that walking on eggshells kind of feeling is what I was feeling, that her on edge all the time, whoever it was. It doesn't necessarily have to be mother for a lot of you, but it definitely feels like it could be for some of you that it's your father or it's a masculine energy. But for a lot of you, it is masculine energy, but it was coming from wounded feminine. It was coming from a mother or from a sister or from a boss or somebody like that. We're taking the energy of that, understanding it, feeling that tension, seeing that it's there, feeling that density, that like, oh, why is this person always triggering me? Why does this person trigger me all the time? You know, I hear their voice and right away it triggers me. Why is that? Why is that? That's your 11-year-old being in that energy. So in order to shift it, we see them. I see that that is your energy. I understand where that comes from. Of course you think that way. Of course you had to, kind of hide yourself in that way because you were protecting yourself. You were in protective mode. But now I'm here to protect you, and I'm here to protect your light. I'm here to make your light shine brighter. And so this is what we're going to do. What is it that you wanted to do that your mother wouldn't let you do? What did you want to do? I wanted to watch whatever I wanted to on television. I wanted to play video games. I wanted to dance around naked in the living room. I wanted to, for some of you, I wanted to like touch my body. I wanted to explore my body, and she made me feel like I was completely wrong. And so take the energy of that and shift it into the light and show them that you do whatever you want to do. You be you. You do you, because that's all I want to see. That's what I want to see more than anything else. That's what I want to be more than anything else. Be it. Let's be it together. And then you do that. You go and you veg out on the couch all evening if you want to, no matter what anybody thinks, and watch every single show that you want to. Dance around naked in the living room. Do whatever it is that you want to do. Do whatever it is that 11-year-old wanted to do. And free them. And in that way, you're transmuting. You're transmuting that heavy, dense level of consciousness that came from trauma conditioning, and you're shifting it and reprogramming it and conditioning that 11-year-old to be free through you. So then it frees you of that subconscious programming that holds you back, that holds your now person back. Okay? That was a lovely channeling. I don't want to leave you now. You know I believe in how. Something in the way she moves. Okay, now we're shifting, okay? Now we're shifting. That was one part of the message. And for some of you, that affects a lot of different areas in your life, not just your family relationships, but it affects your relationships, it affects your work life. Always holding yourself back in that way affects a lot of different things. So the awareness that I have right now, the energy that I'm channeling right now is masculine energy, and it is kind of observing feminine energy. This is masculine's perspective right now. Sunshine when she's gone. Oh, that one just rolled in real quick. It's very deep. It's very, like at a soul level. He's feeling sad. He's feeling a little bit of heaviness. So there's that heaviness. I feel the heaviness again. And it's loneliness. It's longing. There's a longing energy. Okay, so number 10, rock bottom. It feels like the Ten of Wands card. This house to say no home anytime she goes away. He's trying to figure himself out. This masculine is trying to figure himself out. Who is he without feminine energy in his life? Now, this specifically, it goes back to what the channeling that I just had with this person and their mother. This has to do with him clearing out dark feminine energy. Who is he without dark feminine energy in his life? Because that's all he's ever known. That's all he's ever manifested into his life. Who is he without that? And why does he have energy in his life? Does he have feminine energy in his life that isn't dark feminine, that actually comes from a really loving, divine place, but the way he perceives her is dark feminine because of his experience? He's shifting into a new way of seeing things through sacred feminine eyes, seeing through his third eye. This is also a masculine who is honing his own intuitive gifts and kind of leaning into his intuition a little bit more. What has his intuition been telling him that he had been ignoring before? He was having to hide his light. He was not leaning into his intuition because he's a very intuitive person. He was not leaning into his intuition and going with his gut and trusting that. He was holding himself back for some reason. And it's connected to, obviously, that trauma from before. So he's at the bottom right now. He's at the bottom. He can't go down any further. He really is at a completion. There's some sort of karma that's being completed, and now he just has to find his way out. All he needs to do, 1616 on my recording, however that's important for somebody. All he needs to do is shift his perspective. Look at the way this card looks when you turn it. So from here, it could look like we're looking straight down, or it could look like we're standing right here and this is the path and this is like a doorway or something, or a wall. Are we at the very bottom down here, or is it that we just need to shift our perspective? It feels like all is lost, but really it's as simple as shifting the perspective and knowing that there is another path. There is a path there. Path to enlightenment, I just heard. Path to the feminine. The path to the feminine is there. It's almost like it's been there. It's right there in front of your face. Field of Dreams. So this is number 21 card, which breaks down to a number 3. And I always see 3 as the Trinity and mind, body, and spirit. This kind of goes along with the music that's on right now. It's very ethereal, not ethereal, but you were inverted. No one alerted you. You were inverted. So I said inverted, and then I saw this card right here, and it's like he was all topsy-turvy. Maybe he's speaking to the feminine and saying you were inverted. 1818 on my recording. This is really interesting the way that this is unfolding. Alexa, turn it down. This is very whimsical. That's the word that I needed. Whimsical. Field of Dreams. I'm going to get another one. What is this masculine trying to say? What is he trying to say? He was rock bottom, and from there, he's been shifting his perspective in order to allow himself to dream, allow himself to have everything that he wants, to build a life, to create a life, to manifest beautiful things and magic. Oh, look at this. Okay, so Field of Dreams and Storm Fields. That's really interesting. It looks like a really fine line between the two. Like, his relationships have always started out looking like what he thought that he wanted, and then they turn into, like, tornadoes. When he gets close to really opening himself up, when he gets close to trusting, or when he gets close to really being vulnerable, that's when the shit hits the fan. That's when the shit has always hit the fan for him. And in the past, he always blamed himself because he was being vulnerable, he was being himself, he was speaking his truth and being true to himself, and that's when shit hit the fan. And so he blamed himself as if, and connected it with me being myself results in bad things happening, or people leaving, or breakup, or people yelling at me, or like, it's that kind of energy. Something about this card. Yeah, it's super green, really, really green. And that just tells me heart chakra, and it's definitely just kind of reiterates the vulnerability thing. Okay. So they're saying that vulnerability, there's so much fear behind the vulnerability that it manifests and it calls in situations that turn into storms. Like there's this programming that when he opens, it's like heart chakra programming, that when he opens himself up fully, it's like self-sabotaging almost. It's self-sabotaging and creates the storm to come in order to free him of the vulnerability, because there's so much fear connected to the vulnerability. And when it gets to that point, it's either lean in and fully embrace everything you ever wanted in true, deep, whimsical, beautiful, happy, magical love, or lean a little bit too far to the fear side and everything blows up in your face. Till now, things have always kind of blown up in his face because he, leaned into the fear just a little bit too much. The fear within the vulnerability took over and caused this storm. It feels like he's like really, as he's working through this, he wants to explain it as he goes. He wants to share it. This is what he's realized. This is what he's come to. This is what he's trying to understand about himself. And it's like he's trying to explain that to the feminine and saying, I want you to understand this about me for some reason. Ghostlands. This is the number 8 card. I hear infinity. I hear eternity when I said the number 8. This is very cold. The coldness in the dark feminine energy. There's something about frozen. There's a dam. There is a frozen dam in his heart chakra that is getting ready to be broken. And not like a heartbroken kind of way, but the dam is ready to fall. It's ready to come down. It's getting ready to come down. He's getting ready to have like a huge heart expansion that removes that programming from vulnerability, that allows him to embrace and fill the vulnerability with light, nothing but light. See the fear and observe the fear, and then fill it with more light, and fill it with more light, and fill it with more light. It feels like he's seeing where he exhibits dark feminine energy. That dam is dark feminine energy. That's what it is. There's a piece of his heart that's frozen because of the dark feminine. And there are some times when you are in that energy. Metamorphosis. Yeah, there's a really big shift going on right now. There's a really big shift in this portal, this leading up to the Lion's Gate. There's this vortex of time from the 7/7 portal up to the Lion's Gate on 8/8. That is this time of change and huge shifting. It's almost like the poles shifting is what I hear. So there's this metamorphosis. You can see how these two birds are mirroring each other, but the image itself is not mirrored. This is different than this. But this is another reference to one of the other readings that I did not too long ago. If you haven't seen it, go back and look through my other videos. The title, I think, was something about seeing butterflies. Are you seeing butterflies? One of the images that they gave me specifically was the butterfly hanging on to the outside of the cocoon and just allowing its wings to dry and to acclimate themselves to this new way of being, to acclimate themselves to more sacred energy, to the fact that you've just shifted from a caterpillar that walks on the land and is big and clunky, and now you have wings and you can fly in the air. Shifting the awareness and there's an integration time that's happening right now. That's what this masculine is going through. It's like his heart is going through a metamorphosis stage. And it feels like that as that happens, more and more of this, it's like an iceberg that I feel. This iceberg melts and it melts and it melts, and that is the dam that's going to be shifting. So that was another thing that I saw with the pole shifts. So if you imagine the poles shifting, the cold becomes warm and the warm becomes cold, so then all the glaciers and everything would be melting. That's the image that they're giving me to show this dam, this frozen part of the masculine's heart, thawing and becoming water, becoming more flow, becoming feminine energy. The masculine is really shifting into anchoring sacred feminine energy into his heart. Doing that requires just a lot of emotions. I can just, I can hear him crying right now. I can hear him just sobbing right now. Like that kind of release, that, the damn melting. It's like a huge, huge weight lifted off of his shoulders, and this release that is like racking sobs, laying on the floor, curled up in a ball, mourning the loss of who he was, mourning it while also seeing the gift of it and understanding it and really accepting feminine energy back into his heart again. Feminine energy, crying, emotional release, welcoming it. Oh, nice. Wide open. Look at how bright that is. She's just got her arms, and this is feminine now. She's got her arms out to the side. She's open. Her chest is open. She is wide open. His heart. Look at where we're going from this. From this, through this metamorphosis, to this energy of being completely wide open. And bright, and accepting the light, anchoring the light into your heart space. And look, this yellow butterfly that's on here is now in flight. This phase, this portal time period is one of immense expansion, enlightenment, hearts busting wide open all over the world tonight. I just heard that quote from Top Gun. And she says, why? Because unless you're a fool, that boy is off the market. He's 100% prime time in love with you. It's massive, massive opening to the awareness of what he has, what feminine energy is, and really honoring the feminine energy and anchoring her into his heart. That's happening. All right, what other messages do we have here right now? Into the unknown. Oh, that's funny. Into the unknown. And I was just talking about Frozen. And what I was seeing was the movie Frozen 2 in my head, where the dam needed to come down and the water needed to be released. The water, feminine energy, emotion, flow, that water needed to be released so that it could feed the land, so that it could supply the land with the water that it needs. Land, masculine energy. So that dam needed to come down in order to merge feminine energy with masculine energy, the water with the land, to anchor the water into the earth. Anchoring feminine energy. That's exactly what it is. Into the unknown. Number 7. For a lot of you, you're wondering, what does this mean for me? What does this mean for me? Does this mean that my masculine, my divine masculine, is going to come knocking on my door? Does this mean that my twin is going to be in communication with me, or that separation is going to end, or I'm going to meet my divine counterpart, or what does this mean for me? So many of you are just anticipating and just cannot wait for this moment, this wide open moment. And unfortunately, I don't have any answers for you right now, because, so if you look, this is the number 7 card, and this 25 breaks down to another 7. So we're in the middle of this metamorphosis, okay? We have no idea what this great big wide open looks like yet. We're still sitting here on the outside of this chrysalis here, adjusting, integrating, taking the time to take stock of where we were so that we can move forward into this wide open. We have no idea what this could possibly look like for us, but we can't rush into that either. If you're in separation right now with your counterpart or with your partner or whoever, whatever it is that you have in your life, or your family or your friends, or what, if you're in hermit mode right now, it is exactly where you need to be. It is a gift. Use it. Sit there and observe for a little bit. Observe your thoughts. Observe who you were. Take a stock. Take a look back at that old person that you were, and honor this time period. Honor it. Take care of yourself and revel in the fact that I have no idea what this is going to look like. I cannot see past tomorrow or the next day, or I have no idea how this journey is going to end up for me. I have no idea what to expect. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm really grateful for that, because expectations hold me back. Expectations hold me back, and they keep me in a box, and they keep me blinded, actually. They keep you more blinded than a blindfold would. Having trust and surrendering and leaning into the unknown is liberating. It's completely freeing. Sit here and adjust to the fact that you have wings, and let the world around you adjust to the fact that now there's a butterfly and there was a caterpillar before. The world around you needs to shift to adjust to you also. So honor that time and take care of yourself, and know that the divine masculine is being taken care of too. He is being held. He is seeing the things that he needs to see. Walking like this and walking blindfolded is very, very disorienting for the masculine energy also. It's very disorienting. They need linear, they need logical, they need grounded, they need sure. They like to be able to see 5 steps ahead. They like to have a plan. Makes them feel safe. But this integration time is integrating feminine energy into that and realizing that his intuition is now going to lead. His gut is now going to lead. And sometimes those gut instincts don't come up until the last minute, until they're presented with a situation. Sometimes there are not things that you can plan for. And so he really needs some time to adjust to that also. He can't rush into that. He has to be able to integrate that into his life. And it's disorienting, but it is exactly what he needs. It's exactly what you need. Lean in and just open yourself up more and more and more every single day. Okay? Whew, that was really, really lovely. This is a really, really expansive time. I just can't even describe this energy right now more than I already did. Anyway, if you guys want to book a private reading with me, I have been considering opening back up recorded card readings. I haven't done them in a long time. I was more focused on one-on-one sessions, but I've been considering opening up and offering a certain number of recorded card readings for whatever you want it for Twin Flame, for your astrological signs, for your earth or for your elemental signs. Let me know in the comments if you guys are interested in that or not. If that would be something that I would interest you in adding back to my services again. For those of you that have made it this far in the video, I would really love for you to put a butterfly comment, butterfly emoji in the comments down below, and I'll pick a couple of you and I'll pull a couple of cards and put them right there in the comments to say thank you for supporting me. And yes, I love you. Thank you very much. Talk to you guys soon, okay?